We all love our celebrities, our social media stars. We watch all their videos, we like all their posts, and sometimes we end up buying the products they are endorsing. But what is actually a legit post and what's being paid for? Well, that's what the Federal Trade Commission wants to clear up and make sponsored ads more noticeable. Here to give us some insight on what this means for the ad business and for those celebs that make money on these posts is Ted Murphy, the founder, chairman, and CEO of IZEA, which is a premier online marketplace for connecting brands with content creators. Hi, Ted.
Hi there.
So IZEA's been doing this for a while. You guys are, you connect brands with the celebrities. You guys kind of set everything up for them. And you've had to deal with different regulations from the FTC, just like we do here on the broadcast side. What can we expect to see happen in the near future to the celebs on these social media posts?
Yeah, I mean, this has been an ongoing process. Really, the FTC started looking at social media back in 2009. And over time, what they've done is they've been more clear and more aggressive about the rules and regulations that go around sponsorships in social media. And really what they're trying to do is they're trying to protect the consumer at the end of the day. They want to make sure that consumers that are reading these sponsored tweets, these Instagram posts, these Snapchats, understand that what they're consuming at the end of the day is being paid for by a brand, and it's a sponsored piece of content. So what they're doing now is they're saying to celebrities in particular, hey, we know a lot of you guys are getting compensated by brands and you're not disclosing that there is a financial relationship between you and that brand. And we want that to be a lot more clear.
Is this going to affect the brands more, or is this going to affect the creators of the content more in terms of how they have to present it, and then what do the brands have to do to support them?
It really falls on both of them. The brands need to make sure that they're working with creators who are or being ethical in the way that they're creating this content and that they're abiding by the rules. And at the same time, the creators now are at risk, and they could be fined by the FTC if they're not being clear with their content that they're sharing.
Now, these celebs make a ton of money off this, whether it's a Kardashian or just a Vine star, or rather now a Snapchat star. How do you guys sort of rate what a tweet or an Instagram post is worth from these guys?
A lot of this has to do with engagement, and that's why brands are paying so much for this content. These big celebrities, these Vine stars, these Snapchat stars, they get a lot of people to engage on that content, and if they're able to drive product sales and able to drive excitement about that brand, they're able to command a real premium.
Now, what about integrated content? I saw that Snapchat is now going to start maybe making videos and ads and stuff. Do you think that's going to take away from the power that these social media stars have and put it more back into like the broadcasters' hands as they can create content on these platforms?
I think it still is going to come back to the creators. I mean, the creators are what make these platforms great. But it's not just the creators themselves, it's the content that those creators are producing. So you've been able to see people that, they can excel at making a 6 or 7 second video. I mean, that's not a skill that everybody has. And those that can do it right, really, they take off on these platforms and they're able to leverage that audience that they've built to make big money from brands.
And Ted, on a personal note, I follow you on social media. How have you been able to run every day for like 300 and something days straight? You're busy, you're all over the place. How do you do that? I need the secret on that one.
I actually just crossed 500 days straight.
Wow.
You gotta make the time. You gotta be very dedicated. And sometimes I run at 3 o'clock in the morning, and my wife thinks I'm crazy, but never felt better in my life.
That's awesome. Well, thanks, Ted. I appreciate it. For more info on IZEA and the FTC implications, you can head to our website, studiodtelevision.com. Really interesting debate going on, because if you go on social media, if you're on Instagram and everything, you see this stuff go by, and they may be using it at a store or something. They may be using it generically, but you really don't know what this stuff is actually, if a celebrity is actually using it, if that face cream that they're using is actually what they're using, or if they're using another product, what are they getting paid for? So they're trying to break all that up. So a really interesting discussion there with Ted about what is coming down the road. So hopefully you'll be able to know what you're actually buying in the future. Coming up on Studio D, Rio's hot and cold. So we got a hot remix that'll cool you down. Check out the reimagined version of Cool Runnings when we return in Studio D.